Banking and Finance Review Awards reflect the innovation, achievement, strategy, progressive and inspirational changes taking place within the global financial community. The awards were created to recognize companies of all sizes that are prominent in particular areas of expertise and excellence within the global financial community. This time, we're pleased to present an award to Fleetpartners Nigeria. Fleetpartners Leasing Limited is an asset leasing and fleet management company established to provide professional services to fleet operating industries in Nigeria and all Africa. Fleetpartners not only provide vehicles but also manage them professionally and efficiently. They provide vehicle leasing, fleet management and fleet technology. Global Banking and Finance are pleased to present an award for Best Leasing Company Nigeria for 2015. Recently in London to receive the award, Group Managing Director Samuel Akinyi Ajibayede.
Samuel, welcome to London and congratulations on winning the award from Global Banking and Finance.
Thank you so much. It's a great honor to have won this award.
Well, it's lovely to have you here, and I want to talk a bit more, first of all, about the company, Fleetpartners, the kind of work you do and the kind of work that you personally do. Tell us more about that.
Okay, thank you. First of all, my name is Samuel Akinyi Ajibayede, the group MD of Fleetpartners Leasing Limited. Interestingly, I personally started off as a technology person, providing technology innovation, invention to various industries in terms of automation of process, cost management, and so on. In the course of my career, I saw a need to improve my management capacity. So I decided to go to Harvard Business School to study global strategy management. Also Kennedy School of Government to study innovative for economic development. I'm currently running my PhD in Dauphin University, executive PhD in management. Basically, all of this is to be able to position myself for the opportunity in the future and to be able to match my technology knowledge with right capacity, management capacity. As for Fleetpartners Leasing Limited, is a very innovative company, creative, with a passionate team that are focused in driving economic development in everywhere they operate. That's what Fleetpartners is all about. It started out basically as providing technology solution to the leasing industry, the fleet management industry, providing technology in terms of operation, cost management, and to be able to make their work seamless and drive reasonable value to their clients. In the course of doing this, we saw a huge gap in the industry in respect to knowledge gap, capacity gap, and be able to appraise technology accurately to know effectively how they could give the right value, the expected value for clients. So we needed to launch back into this industry. So we started leasing, particular in industry, and in a short time we came into the industry, we were able to stand out, basically among the practitioners and among the industry. Right now in Nigeria and Africa, if we talk about Fleetpartners, it's known by the important market.
So certainly Fleet is hugely successful, and perhaps we can come on to that in a moment. Looking more in general terms, what would you say were the biggest challenges and indeed opportunities of the leasing business in Nigeria?
The challenges, basically, I'll start with the challenges. First of all is standardization, standard capacity of the practitioners to be able to show a solid knowledge base, such a way that other people who are interested in the market can see reason why they should leverage on the practitioner instead of assessing the market directly, like what is happening right now. Again, the market awareness. The awareness is not there. If they don't even know what leasing is all about, how do they even know the value that the leasing holds itself? So again, the other thing we need to look at is the funding, because the major challenge is that they are funded by the bank industry, the financial institution, which are actively also participating in the industry and negating the one benefit of leasing, which is the lowest cost of fund. And this, as a result of maybe proper, there's more regulation in the market, so that at least the market themselves can experience at least minimum standard expected, like other development countries like South Africa and Europe. Those are the challenges. Then again, the practitioner should be able to take advantage of the true value of leasing, because leasing itself should be able to access a lot of fund, because leasing is about empowering the SME, which is the major sector in every market. So they should be able to come up with more innovative way to get cheap fund, to be able to actually give true value to leasing. It's not only about doing business, but being able to make a reasonable impact. Then the opportunity is very, very huge, I tell you, because if you look at every market, we have more than 50% of the market that are SME and startup, and this determines the economic development of any country or any environment. So again, if you look at what is happening in the oil sector, the oil price is dropping. There's diversification. There's a need for more SME to spring up, and these people will need some kind of funding, and the best form of funding is leasing to drive the equipment because of the accessibility. And I tell you, the opportunity is huge than the challenges.
Well, you mentioned SMEs there. What are the advantages of an SME actually taking on a leasing operation? And indeed, how difficult is it for them to receive financing?
I will start by the difficulty in receiving financing. Majorly, SME are not able to make some requirement the bank are expecting from them in terms of gathering information, properly structuring the information for the bank to make sense to the bank, and sometimes history, historical of the business that will make sense to the bank. Again, require collateral, because most time you expect the collateral to be more than the facility you are trying to access. And this SME most time don't have this the collateral. Then again, they need to show some level of management skills to convince the bank that they could get all this fund, and that is the challenges they are facing. But leasing basically has more advantages for them because of the accessibility. Because in leasing, basically what you look majorly, especially when you know that leasing is about empowering people. So one of the things you look at is the ability of the leasee to be able to pay your renter, okay, in the transaction you want to go into. And if you think you're not comfortable enough and you believe in the idea, you can give them another option of operating options. Okay, so it's accessible at that, and again, it helps them with their cash flow. Okay, when you're starting, you help them with their cash flow to be able to spread. Then the low cost of fund that he present to them. So it makes a whole lot of sense. Then again, which is key, the obligation risk, in the terms that if you are leasing an asset, the risk is retained within the asset. So all you lose is the asset, not losing anything more. But from the conventional banking loan, you can as well lose your collateral. So you see that the option of leasing for SME is fantastic, I tell you.
What about your company? How do you think actually it distinguishes itself above other leasing companies in Nigeria?
For us, the good thing is that when we started up our consultancy to leasing industry, we were able to see the shortcoming, because we are working with a global standard, so we know what is obtainable out there, and the time we are coming to provide this solution to them, they are not properly being embraced, because in able to analyze the value of the asset and the right pricing for the asset in respect of their transaction. So we saw this huge gap in the industry, and we saw the knowledge gap. So we came up with a strategy called Net Strategy. Basically, Net Strategy is about filtering the frontiers and see the weaknesses and see those things. So we created a new combination through the value chain to drive the business. First of all, one of the things we did was to revise the marketing strategy, because in Nigeria, basically where we started off, people market based on contact base. I ask you, would you know in this company you tell me, I get to know this, I get to know that. It's limiting, basically. So what we did was let's be visible. When we are visible, we came up with strategy, let's be visible. When we are visible, they get to know us. Then we use our resources, our expertise, our technology to retain them and show them true value for leasing. So when we came into the market, it was easier to stand out.
And that's obviously something you've achieved, hence why you have an award, obviously. Your slogan is Empowering Africa. How do you go about doing that, and how will you continue to go on doing that?
Oh, thank you very much. For Empowering Africa, the real purpose of leasing is about empowering. Because if you look at every economy, we have more than 50% that are SMEs and startup, basically. And don't forget, the SME and the startup are the power of any economy. Okay, and that is our focus. So when you empower these people, you are indirectly improving the economy. So what we have been able to do is, because we know that it's a high risk, funding the SME is a high risk a transaction for a lot of people. So we came up with what we call African Economic Development Guarantee Strategy. Is a product. Basically, what it entails is to put up a structure that whoever is interested to invest into leasing, or maybe development banks or government or whatever they are interested in investing in leasing, and they are looking at those risks, is to give them some guarantee and comfort in respect to that, and putting up a structure to be able to manage the SME themselves in terms of capacity. Basically, is to help them operate those equipment for a period of time and make sure they are able to make reasonable income and cultivate them to grow the habit of management and managing fund. After that, we could now give them some level of more freedom to operate. So because it's easier to give them equipment, because they will definitely going to use it. But give them fund, sometimes it might be risky because it might be abused. So those are the strategies we're using to drive the SME, and that's what we see it as our core, as empowering Africa, because that's what we're doing indirectly.
And in addition to leasing services, there's also the fleet management operation as well. Tell me a little bit more how that works.
Basically, fleet management it is about managing the asset comprehensively. It depends on what the transaction is all about. It could be managing the maintenance of the vehicle operation, including maybe providing operators, if it's vehicles, maybe drivers. Sometimes it goes with even operating expenses of the vehicle. We manage up to that. And it could also be a standalone service. Sometimes it could also be a connective service like operating lease. When you say operating lease, that means you are also making the vehicle available to them. So the fleet management is part of it. Okay, and sometimes it could also be an hybrid solution to manage, and we still have an intention of owning the asset, basically.
Well, that's really interesting, and of course, looking back at some of the points you've been discussing makes me wonder what plans you have for the future. So, what are the new facilities or new plans do you have looking ahead for Fleet Partners?
Yes, our strategy for the future is great and amazing, because we are always thinking of bringing up better innovation to address a lot of challenges. Because for us, leasing is one of the safest business you can ever do, especially when you put the right structure, the right tools, and the right personnel to run whatever you are doing. So what we have done is, because our target is about empowering Africa, we find out that one of these challenges is, one, access to fund, one is managing their culture, their behavior, and so on, and secondly is visibility, because if you have a good product and you are not visible, it's almost not making any sense anymore.
Absolutely.
So what we are trying to do is going to be an holistic approach to be able to address all these challenges by making this fund, managing it, and creating a platform. We're already building a credit platform across Africa, whereby people can now place their products. Okay, those products have been funded, and they can now see the product and make order. Going to be a platform basically for Africa, with Africa, by Africa, and just all about Africa, within African market, not going to be doing anything outside Africa. The idea is that you have a lot of people doing one or two things, even people sewing clothes. It's only their neighbors that buy their clothes. People selling one or two things. There are a lot of African products you don't even know about, because there's no visibility. There's no platform for these people to show what they have and their products. So we're going to create a crazy platform for them, such a way that we will drive it, that if you just press a button, they will appear, because we have the technology and we are taking advantage of the technology that we have.
So you make use of media and other forms of technology, social media and so on, and interaction?
Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make use of, first of all, we're going to partner with interested party with government who are interested in development of an environment. Okay, we guarantee them, first of all, we guarantee them the impact, because one of the things, when you see people who are interested in development, one of the things they want is that is it going to make an impact, through impact, measurable impact. We guarantee that the impact. Secondly, are they going to get their investment back? Thirdly, are they going to get a return for investment? When we have this kind of people coming in, so we try to create capacity, make these people get their good ready, packaging and all, what have you, that will make the product ready. Then we also put them in a good platform whereby their product could be visible to African market and even to the world who are interested in African products.
Well, exciting and challenging times ahead. It sounds fascinating, and I wish you every success. In the meantime, thank you so much for coming to London, and congratulations on the award.
Yeah.
Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
nice being here.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you so much.